So today I'm gonna be kind of like off the bike, obviously. I'm gonna kind of go over what I've been doing for the last couple of years and kind of go over the most recent results because I think I picked the first vlog was kind of like um, all about kind of random stuff that I was doing, like going up to Big Bear or doing, Barnburner, and then I did state champs right after that, and it kind of picked up at like a random spot where like maybe you don't really know what my background was. So we'll kind of go into it a little bit. Um, so first was the uh, 2017 season NICA JV. I was just getting back from a broken leg injury, so I was coming back into. I was actually playing soccer at the time, and then I was, doing this on the side. So I did this. And the major thing was just kind of getting the legs and I don't know, just getting in the hours, because you can see that it's like not crazy amounts of hours or miles or whatever, but it's just having fun, finding the that love for the bike. And then in the 2018 season, I raced JV again because I didn't have like the best results. I think I was doing like top 20s in 2017, and in 2018 I kind of really stepped it up. And you can kind of see like if you looked back at the 2017 season, um, I had a big training block at the end, and in 2018, I started to really like progress and really have really good battles with some of the guys, and that was really fun. And kind of like really stepped up my game, and then I kind of stopped training for most of the end of 2018. So again, a really kind of like blah year in terms of like really training hard at the beginning of 2018 for NICA, and then kind of going away and doing more soccer and that kind of thing. And then in 2019, I kind of came back into the road season, and I joined Go Fast for kind of like, as a Cat 5 going into the year, and I did some of my first races as a road racer, and did all the beginning races, and kind of you know got my like this was like when I started getting my base like 345 um, hours is actually pretty, it was pretty good for me because this is like a double compared to like the my past season. So it was really, really consistent, I think, especially at the end of the year. Um, you can kind of see like the big like beginning part was SDSR and stuff like that, and a lot of racing. And then I started really training, and I started to do really well at the end of the year, and I even won a mountain bike race, a 6 hour mountain bike race at the end of the year. Um, and then 2020 season is when I really just like kind of really got my legs, and started training a lot, and got some really good results, and started putting in a lot of miles and a lot of hours. I again doubled my hours um, in 2020. And then I kind of had to stop racing. I upgraded to Cat 3, did some races. I think I got quite a few points. I almost got like, I think three-quarters of the way in my Cat 3 to Cat 2 upgrade in 2020, which is pretty good, to go from Cat 4 to almost Cat 2 in a season is pretty good. But with the amount of training I did, it was, you know, good, especially because I was not really doing anything during the summer. And then going into 2021 season, you could just see how consistent I was. I was really training a lot. I was really trying to get like, I mean, this is like 588 hours with just like, you know, mid kind of like in October when I'm doing this, and I still got a lot of more training to do and more consistency. Um, so it's definitely going to be a lot more hours and more miles than last year for sure, which is another big progression. Um, and so I got my Cat 2. I went to Nationals U23 and got a lot of good experience. And I'm going to be, trying to go really well into the elite category um, next season. And yeah, it's going to be really exciting. And then kind of going into my like more recent results, I did Barnburner, and that's kind of what you saw in the vlog one, where it's a 100-mile mountain bike race up in like right above Flagstaff, Arizona, and it was at 8,000 feet. Its highest elevation is 8,000 feet, and then it kind of goes down to 7,000, and you climb back up multiple times to 8,000 feet. And you kind of saw like what I was doing to prepare for it. I went up to Big Bear. Big Bear was actually for Gila, and then I decided not to do Gila, and because it got canceled. And I did Flagstaff, or I did Barnburner instead, and I actually had a pretty good result. I um, did a 528 or 728. 528 would be insane. 728, which is, uh, good, but I was expecting better considering my legs, but it was just due to mechanicals. I had two mechanicals on the road, so it put me back about 40 minutes. My moving time was about 650, which is pretty good for the longer course. I can say that I probably could go faster if I ate a bit more and paced a bit better, but yeah. And then going straight into the state champs the following weekend on so I went Barnburner on Saturday, got home on Sunday, did a little spin, and then kind of ramped it a little bit into Wednesday, and then started recovering again for state champs, the crit, and I just felt absolutely amazing. Just, you know, really good. Executed the game plan pretty much perfectly. In the end, it didn't work because I got into the break, and the break lasted to the last lap, which is disappointing. But I think it was, due to different factors in the race, like it just they were keeping us on enough of a leash where they could pull us back. So it was just kind of one of those breaks where I think they could bring us back to make it more, you know, safe for them. So it was just kind of like that. Um, so that, but the power number were good and all that. So that was really reassuring. So it kind of like boosted my confidence going into next season, And right now I'm kind of just, building up that base, building up you know, those miles. As you can see, like I'm already at 10,000, um, uh, miles. And we're in October, and we got 2 more months of base training until the season. Well, 3 months, including January. But California, we start in late January, so kind of get a little bit of, base, and then you probably start going into your build or whatever your, specialty is or whatever. Um, yeah, so I'll probably, talk more about different things in the coming weeks, but just kind of wanted to preface what, you know, all these results kind of were, because I'm kind of picking up at a weird time, especially because I could like, I had a pretty good season this year, all things considered. I mean, I didn't have a couple of bad results, a really couple of really good results in the different categories. I've picked up a lot of top tens in the elites, and hoping to do, a lot better in the elite category. Um, so that'll be really exciting for next year. And yeah, I think it's going to be, really good. And stay tuned for more. Thanks.